The evening in Dublin was drenched in rain, a steady drizzle that blurred the city's bright lights. It was June 2005, and excitement filled the air as music lovers gathered for an unforgettable concert. The iconic singer Elton John was set to perform at a venue that had seen countless memorable moments. Despite the relentless downpour, fans braved the weather, sporting raincoats and holding colorful umbrellas, determined to enjoy an enchanting night of music. As attendees shuffled into the concert hall, laughter and chatter mingled with the sound of raindrops pattering against pavement. The energy was electric despite everyone being soaked from head to toe. Inside, bright stage lights contrasted sharply with the darkened hall, illuminating faces eager for what was to come. In the back of the crowd, 38-year-old Claire O'Sullivan settled into her seat. She had come alone, but this was not her first concert. Music had always been her refuge, a place where she could find solace even in solitude. Raindrops dripped from her hair as she smiled, taking in the vibrating atmosphere around her. As the show began and Elton took to the stage, his powerful voice swept over the crowd like a warm embrace. Songs floated through the air, weaving stories that resonated deeply with many hearts. The audience sang along passionately, their voices mingling in harmony despite the storm outside. Each note seemed to wash away worries while uniting strangers under a shared love for music. Though Claire sat apart from others, overwhelmed by emotions tied to memories past and present, she felt a spark of connection rising with each song. Little did she know that this night would soon become one of her most cherished memories, a moment filled with magic waiting just around the corner. Claire O'Sullivan had always been a lover of music. At 38, she had collected memories through melodies and lyrics that spoke to her soul. Growing up in a small Irish town, she often found herself escaping into the world of songs, where each note felt like a friend. Elton John, in particular, had a special place in her heart. His voice could lift her spirits and transport her to happier times, reminding her of moments shared with loved ones at family gatherings and road trips. As Claire prepared for the concert that evening, she felt a mix of excitement and nerves. She had planned to attend with a close friend, but at the last moment, her friend had to cancel due to work commitments. Rather than giving up on the experience, Claire decided to go alone. She believed that music was best enjoyed regardless of company. It had a way of connecting people, even in solitude. Dressed in a bright raincoat that stood out against the gray sky, she navigated through puddles and damp streets to reach the venue. Each step brought a sense of anticipation as she thought about the songs that would fill the air. The sound of Elton's piano and his heartfelt lyrics were enough to make her feel part of something bigger. Finding a spot in the back, Claire settled in and let herself simply be swept away by the atmosphere around her. She loved watching the crowd react to each song, their joy feeding into her own. Although she was sitting alone, Claire felt an undeniable connection to the music and the audience, fully immersed in the magic of live performance, ready for whatever the night would bring. As the concert progressed, the atmosphere in the venue shifted when Elton John began to play one of his most beloved songs. Sad songs say so much? Claire's heart skipped a beat. This song held deep significance for her, weaving a tapestry of memories that spanned her life. It was a melody that had played during some of her most poignant moments, offering comfort during times of heartbreak and loss. Growing up, Claire had often listened to sad songs, with her father, who adored Elton's music. They would sing along together in their living room, laughing and sometimes crying as the lyrics resonated with their experiences. When her father passed away a few years ago, the song took on new meaning. It became a bittersweet reminder of their shared moments, helping her to process her grief while also celebrating the love they had. As Elton sang about the cathartic power of sad melodies, Claire felt a wave of nostalgia wash over her. The song seemed to speak directly to her heart, as if it understood her loneliness and longing. She closed her eyes for a moment, letting the music wrap around her like a warm blanket. It was comforting yet powerful, reminding her that sadness is universal and that it's okay to feel alone sometimes. Listening to Elton's voice carry through the droplets of rain outside, Claire found herself reflecting on how music had always been her companion during difficult times. It had lifted her spirits, helped her heal, and now, through Sad songs? It was connecting her to cherished memories of her father. With each note, she felt stronger and more empowered, setting the stage for the unforgettable moment that was about to unfold. As the final chorus of sad songs filled the air, an unexpected hush fell over the crowd. The raindrops, heavy and relentless, seemed to pause for just a moment as all eyes turned toward the stage. Claire was lost in her thoughts, swaying gently to the music, when she suddenly felt a spotlight on her. Elton John's gaze swept across the audience and landed on her in the back, his expression lighting up as he recognized the emotion radiating from her. Time seemed to stand still as he pointed directly at Claire, his voice ringing out amidst the downpour. "You're not alone tonight," he said with warmth and sincerity. In that instant, Claire's heart raced. It felt like the entire world had faded away, leaving only her and Elton in a special connection that transcended the rain-soaked venue. The crowd erupted into cheers, their voices blending into a wave of encouragement and joy. Claire's cheeks flushed with surprise and delight as she realized he had singled her out in a sea of fans. It was a moment that felt both surreal and deeply personal, as if Elton understood her loneliness and was reaching out through his music to provide comfort. She couldn't help but smile widely, her heart swelling with gratitude for this unexpected acknowledgement. As he continued with the song, changing the final verse to include her name and share a message of unity, Claire felt tears of happiness welling up in her eyes. The connection they shared, artist and audience member, was palpable, a reminder that even in solitude, one could find companionship through music. The rain continued to fall around them, but for Claire, it felt like a gentle embrace, washing away her worries as she soaked in the magic of that unforgettable moment. As the crowd continued to cheer for Claire, Elton John smiled warmly and leaned into the moment. The melody of sad songs floated through the venue, but it was clear that he wanted to take this performance to a new level. With a twinkle in his eye, he began to change the final verse. Instead of singing the original lyrics, he crafted a new message just for her. "Sad songs say so much," he sang, his voice rising above the sound of rain tapping on the roof. "But tonight, Claire, you're not alone." The words hung in the air, wrapping around Claire like a comforting hug. The crowd erupted into applause, their excitement palpable as they embraced this spontaneous and heartfelt gesture. It was as if Elton had reached out from the stage to connect with Claire on a deeply personal level, transforming a collective experience into something uniquely hers. As he continued, Elton wove in additional lines that celebrated connection and togetherness. "We're all here together," he sang, glancing at the audience as if to remind everyone that they were part of this extraordinary moment. The cheers grew louder, and Claire felt tears of happiness streaming down her cheeks. She had never felt so special in her life. It was an unexpected gift that transcended the rainy night. The audience swayed and sang along with renewed energy, caught up in the emotions that swirled around them. They were not just witnesses to a concert but part of something beautiful, a shared experience fueled by compassion and understanding. This spontaneous gesture by Elton transformed sad songs into a powerful anthem of hope and connection, leaving a lasting impression on Claire and every soul present that night. It was one of those rare moments when music brought people together in a way that words alone could never express. As Elton's heartfelt words lingered in the air, the audience erupted into a wave of applause and cheers that echoed through the rain-soaked venue. For a moment, it felt as if the downpour outside had transformed into a gentle mist, creating an atmosphere of warmth and connection among the crowd. People were no longer just individual fans but part of a single, unified entity, celebrating the magic of music and the unexpected bond that had formed that night. Claire could hardly believe what was happening. The cheers surrounding her felt like a joyous embrace, lifting her spirits even higher. Faces lit up with smiles as concertgoers turned to one another, sharing knowing glances and laughter. They understood the significance of this moment, not just for Claire but for everyone who had ever felt alone amid a crowd. Hands clapped and arms waved, creating a rhythmic dance of encouragement that matched the heartbeat of the song. The fact that they were drenched in rain only added to the thrill of the experience. It was as if nature itself was joining in on the celebration. Strangers hugged and high-fived each other, united by the shared emotion of joy, empathy, and hope sparked by Elton's spontaneous gesture. As he continued to sing, altering lyrics to reflect the sense of community in the moment, the crowd sang along with exuberance, their voices rising together in perfect harmony. The atmosphere buzzed with positive energy that transcended the physical barriers of distance. Whether standing close to the stage or at the back like Claire, every attendee was part of something beautiful and transformative. Claire felt overwhelmed as she joined in with everyone else. They were not just spectators. They were participants in a heartfelt performance that reminded them all that music could bridge gaps, heal wounds, and create connections, even on a rainy night in Dublin. In that moment, everyone was united, celebrating not just Elton's talent but the profound impact music has on the human spirit. As the cheers and applause filled the air, Claire couldn't help but feel a whirlwind of emotions swirling inside her. In that moment, she felt truly seen, as if all her worries and loneliness had melted away in the warmth of Elton's acknowledgement. The connection they shared, though fleeting, was profound enough to transform a night that had started out alone into something incredibly special. Tears brimmed in her eyes as joy surged through her heart. For so long, Claire had carried the weight of solitude, often doubting whether she could find a place among others, especially in crowds. But here, in this moment, she felt like she belonged to something bigger than herself. The music wrapped around her like a comforting embrace, pulling her closer to the vibrant energy of those around her. With each note Elton sang just for her, Claire felt layers of sadness lifting from her shoulders. She could almost hear the echoes of laughter and melodies shared with her father in those lyrics. Remembering him flooded her heart with both warmth and longing, but now it was accompanied by the realization that she wasn't truly alone. Other fans cheered for her happiness too. Strangers became companions in this unexpected celebration of life and love. The rain continued to fall around them, yet it seemed insignificant compared to the warmth radiating from the crowd. Claire couldn't wipe the smile off her face as she swayed to the music, feeling every beat resonate within her soul. This was not just another concert. This was a defining moment, one where she learned that music has an incredible power to heal and bring people together. As sad songs came to an end and the crowd erupted once more, Claire understood that many hearts were singing along with hers that night. It was a memory etched in time, a reminder that even on lonely nights, moments of connection can arise when we least expect them through the universal language of music. Concerts hold a unique power to forge connections between artists and their fans, creating a shared experience that transcends individual circumstances. In that rain-soaked Dublin venue, the magic of live music became evident as Claire O'Sullivan experienced firsthand how a simple moment, Elton John's acknowledgement, could unite an entire audience. It was more than just a performance. It was a collective celebration of feelings, memories, and the human experience. Music has an extraordinary ability to evoke emotions and memories, drawing people together in ways that words alone often cannot. As Elton sang, he not only expressed his artistry but also tapped into an unspoken understanding among those in attendance. Each person brought their own stories, joys, and struggles into the space, and for a brief period, they became part of a larger narrative woven through song. The connection Claire felt that night exemplifies how live performances can transform loneliness into belonging. With every note sung and every lyric exchanged, barriers fade away as fans unite in appreciation for the music that resonates deeply within them. Watching others share in her joy, Claire realized she was part of something much bigger than herself, a community of souls uplifted by the same melodies. This event highlighted the importance of live music as a way for individuals to come together and find solace in shared experiences. It is during these moments that the true essence of humanity shines through: empathy, support, and understanding among strangers. The rain may have soaked everyone physically, but emotionally, they were all connected in warmth and spirit. Ultimately, concerts serve as reminders that while each person's journey may be different, there exists a common thread, the love for music, that can bridge gaps and create lasting memories. That night in Dublin was a perfect example of how powerful live music can be in fostering genuine connections between artists and their audience, enriching lives by creating moments of joy that linger long after the final note fades away. That rainy night in Dublin became a pivotal moment for Claire O'Sullivan, shining a light on how a simple act of kindness can profoundly impact someone's life. As she sat alone, feeling the weight of solitude, Elton John's heartfelt acknowledgement transformed her experience from isolation to connection. His words, "You're not alone tonight," resonated with Claire and offered her a glimpse into the warmth and support that can arise even in unexpected circumstances. This spontaneous gesture not only uplifted Claire's spirits but also illuminated the power of music to bridge the gaps between people. It reminded her that while she may have arrived at the concert alone, she was part of a larger community bonded by shared emotions and experiences. The crowd's eruption of applause and cheers reinforced this sense of unity, making it clear that they were all celebrating together, regardless of their individual stories. Claire left the concert not just with memories of an unforgettable performance, but with a renewed understanding of human connection. The kindness shown by Elton served as a reminder that even small gestures can make someone feel special and valued. It shifted her perspective on loneliness, showing her that moments of isolation can be fleeting when embraced by the warmth of shared joy. This experience deepened Claire's appreciation for music as a source of healing and companionship. It wasn't merely about listening to songs, it was about being part of something bigger, a celebration of life, love, and understanding that binds people together. As she reflected on the night and the days that followed, Claire recognized how the performance had opened her heart to new possibilities, inspiring her to seek out connections in her daily life. Ultimately, that rain-soaked evening became a testament to the incredible impact of kindness and community through song, leaving an imprint on Claire's heart for years to come. As we reflect on Claire O'Sullivan's unforgettable experience at the rain-soaked concert, it invites us to think about our own memorable moments in the world of live music. Concerts have a unique way of shaping our lives, often marking significant passages or changes that are woven into the fabric of our memories. Whether it was a favorite band or an artist who resonated with us personally, each performance has the potential to evoke powerful emotions and create lasting connections. Consider how you felt during that special concert when the music swept you away. Perhaps there was a moment when you felt an overwhelming sense of joy, nostalgia, or even catharsis, echoing the feelings Claire experienced through Elton John's heartfelt acknowledgement. Those collective experiences, when thousands sing together in harmony or share smiles and laughter under a starry sky, remind us that we are not alone in our emotions. Music has an extraordinary ability to transcend barriers and bring people together from all walks of life. It nurtures a sense of community as fans gather around shared passions and stories, often leading to friendships formed in the most unexpected places. Have you ever met someone new at a concert, bonded over your favorite songs, or shared an indescribable connection during a poignant performance? These moments can change the way we see ourselves and others. No matter where you've been or who you've shared those musical experiences with, each memory serves as a gentle reminder: music matters. It reminds us of our shared humanity, the laughter, tears, and solace found through sound that can heal wounds and elevate spirits. So, as we close this chapter on Claire's remarkable night in Dublin, let's cherish our own concert memories and continue to seek out those opportunities for connection through the universal language of music, a language that brings us together and makes life more vibrant and meaningful.